Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about a long overdue review of the Ember mug that I purchased about a month ago. I got this from the Bloomingdale's website. I didn't pay full price for this one. The copper edition is actually the most expensive one, and it comes in the 10-ounce size. This usually retails for $129, but I only paid like 80 bucks for it because it was on sale. So let's get started. Let me give you my overall thoughts. If you wanted to see the video I did unboxing this product, I'll go ahead and link that video down below in the description box. But let's get started. All right, so it's taken me, I think, quite some time to really come up with what I actually think about this mug. Is it worth it? You know, should I return it? Should I stay with it? You know, the whole thing. So let me just get out of the way sizes and, like, you know, what it looks like, dimensions, etc. So this is the second edition mug. I got the 10-ounce one. They also have a 14-ounce one, but I am unsure if it comes in the copper color. The copper color was a special edition that came out for the holidays. I think it was last year. So basically it comes with this charger, which is huge in my opinion. You know, if you plug it into the wall like this, it takes up both jacks. So you would have to kind of like plug it in upwards in order to be able to use the jack in the socket on the bottom. Now this plugs into the coaster. So it has this like plug right here. Let me just see if my camera is gonna zoom in. Is it gonna, there you go. So this plugs into the back of the coaster, and this is what the coaster looks like. And then you just plug this into the wall and you set your mug on it, and then it charges. All right, dimensions. So the coaster is 4x4. Looking at the mug, it's 3x3 on the top if you're not including the handle. If you're gonna include the handle, then it's gonna be 4.3 inches. And then in length, it'll be 4.2, okay? And again, mine is a 10-ounce one. There's pros and there's cons, so I've divided that both. This is the second edition, so the battery life is a little bit longer than the original version. The battery life on this says that it's 1.5 hours, and I agree. So for me, I get about that time, give or take maybe 5 minutes. And that's just because I like my coffee at the highest setting, which is 145 Fahrenheit, and in Celsius that'd be 62.5 Celsius. Let's get on with the cons first, that way we can end this on a positive note. All right, con number one, an hour and a half I still think is a bit too short for me, especially if you drink more than 1 cup of coffee. These mugs, I think, in my opinion, are designed for people who babysit their coffee. I babysit my coffee. And so I like to drink my coffee slowly. I want to enjoy it. I want to savor it. I don't want to be in a rush, and I always want it to be that perfect temperature. Now, the LED light here, you can change to whatever color you want. Mine is like this purple. And that just tells you, you know, it's just a cute feature, but mostly it's like if you have more than one mug, you know, like which one's yours, it's kind of like a little personalized feature. But anyways, so the temperatures of this mug range from 120 Fahrenheit to 145 Fahrenheit. The ideal drinking temperature is advertised at 135. That's cold for me. It's absolutely cold for me. I don't know if it's that my tongue has built like a tolerance for hot coffee, but 135 is cold and 145 is perfect. But I think that if we bump this temperature up to 150, it'd be even better. So that is one of the cons with this mug, is I think that the temperature doesn't range as high as it should for a hot beverage. And if you are somebody who likes your coffee piping hot, this mug is not for you. It will not get you will not be hotter than 145 Fahrenheit. So I would not recommend this to people who really like their coffee very, very hot. My mom is one of those people that loves her coffee extremely hot. I would never buy her this mug. She would look at me, my mom's Cuban obviously, she would look at me like, Isabel, esto está frío? What is, ¿qué es esta mierda? I need to stick this in the microwave? And then I would have to kindly explain to her, no, Mom, you can't stick this in the microwave. Let me just pour your coffee in a regular mug so that you can heat it until it's boiling, and then you can drink it. So basically, the cons for the mug is the battery life is only 1.5 hours. It doesn't really get very, 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 very hot. I think that there's room for improvement at that. I think that it really needs to get a little bit hotter. We're talking about beverages here. That this is a mug that is designed to keep your beverage hot. The other con is that it's not dishwasher friendly, and you have to make sure that you completely dry the bottom before you put it, and let me unplug this, before you put it on the coaster, because since it's not waterproof, you don't want damage. So these two little rings will hook up to the bottom of the mug, and then that's how it charges, and there can't be any water on that. So you can wash it. Water can touch the bottom when you're washing it. Obviously, we're not magicians, but you just have to make sure you dry the bottom before you set it on a coaster. For me, like, that kind of defeats the purpose. It's a coaster, so I would expect for it to be waterproof. I'm just saying. The last con I'm gonna say about it is that it takes quite a long time to charge. If the battery completely dies, it takes about 2 hours to charge. If not, it'll take about an hour if you didn't let it die. Now let's get on to the pros. This is a ceramic mug, and what I like about it is that you feel like you are holding a mug, like any of your mugs from the cupboard. I like that this mug, when you put a beverage in it and it's keeping it hot, the mug on the outside gets warm. That is one of my favorite things about holding a mug in my hand. There is nothing more satisfying than sipping your hot coffee in the morning while you have your arm wrapped around the mug, keeping your hands warm. I don't know, it's something about that feels so cozy, and I really like that feature. Now, the next pro I want to talk about is design. I think that Ember did an extremely good job with the design of this mug and the coaster. I think it's very sleek, it's very nice. It truly is just beautiful. It does have a rubber bottom. They did an amazing job with whatever rubber material they used for the ceramic plate and the bottom of the mug. When you set this down on a table, it's not gonna budge. This will not slide around. That piece of rubber is so sturdy. So that is one of the best features about this mug, because I don't know about you guys, but when I use a regular mug that I have, it slides around the table. And if now we're, you know, a lot of us are working from home, and so this is obviously a mug that I would use at home. It's a mug, I'm not gonna travel with this, but I have a wood table, so a lot of the times if I'm moving around papers, I'll slide my regular mugs around, like with those papers or notebooks or whatnot. This will just, it'll stay in place, so I really like that. The next feature, and I have some notes here, so I'm sorry that I keep looking down, but I want to make sure that I don't miss anything. Another thing I love about this mug is obviously the color. I love this burnt orange color. It just reminds me of gingerbread cookies. And if you guys have been watching this channel for a while, you guys know I'm a sucker for burnt orange, coppery, warm tones. So I really like this color. This mug also comes in white and it comes in black, but this is called my name. The next feature on this that I really like is the weight. So this already weighs, without any liquid in it, it weighs a little bit, right? Like it would weigh as much as maybe one of my mugs that I have in my cupboard. And I love that. I love the weight of it because, again, it makes it feel like I'm holding a real mug. So that's another feature I really like about this. Let's talk about pricing. Is it worth it? And is this the mug for you? I think that this is the conclusion I came to. So I used this mug to drink tea and coffee. So I drink coffee in the morning and I drink a cup of green tea at night after dinner. Before I go to bed, I have a cup of tea. It's usually green tea. Now, there were a couple of times when I didn't use this mug. Not on purpose. During the night, like, you know, after dinner, we would be busy and you're so used to going into the cupboard for your mug that sometimes I would forget to reach for this one. And immediately, that's when I realized exactly what my full opinion about this mug was. So my husband makes me tea and it's steeping. I get up, I throw away the tea bags, you know, we're sitting on the couch and I set my mug down and we're watching a show and I reach for it and I really don't know how much time passed because you guys know I babysit my drinks. My tea was cold and I had to get up and I had to heat it in the microwave. And after using this mug for like, I think it was 2 weeks, I was like, oh, we didn't do the tea in my Ember mug. Now I have to get up and microwave my tea. And when you're in the middle of a show on Netflix, you don't want to be interrupted. I mean, you don't even want to get up to go to the bathroom, especially when it's a really good show. So then I realized, okay, I know exactly what type of audience this mug is for. So first things first, I'm not a person that drinks more than a cup and a half or 2 cups of coffee in the morning. I am a person that babysits my coffee, but I do not take more than an hour to drink a cup of coffee. So bear that in mind. If you are a person that likes to babysit your coffee and you don't drink so much coffee, maybe you'll have a cup and a half, maybe 2 cups at most, okay? You're gonna love this mug. If you don't take more than an hour or an hour and a half to drink your coffee, this is gonna be perfect for you because you can be working or you can be watching TV or you can be reading a book, and every time you reach for this mug, it's always at the perfect temperature. I am not gonna tell you guys how many taste buds I have lost to Yetis and metal like thermos. You guys have seen my tumbler, coffee tumbler collection, okay? I mean, if you haven't, I'll link it down below too, just in case. But I'm not gonna lie, it takes a really long learning curve to know, kind of calculate how long, when you pour your coffee into one of those metal tumblers, how long you need to wait to be able to take your first sip out of that. And I'm not gonna tell you how many 3rd-degree burns I've gotten on my tongue and the roof of my mouth from those beautiful, beautiful little tumblers. I don't experience this problem with my Ember mug. I like that the moment I pour my coffee into this mug, I can drink my coffee. Now, this mug was not designed to pour cold coffee in and have it warm it up to the temperature you want it to get to. It can do it, but it'll severely drain your battery. You can cut your battery life in half if you try to pour cold coffee in this and expect it to warm it up, okay? But that's not what the mug was designed for. The mug was designed to keep your coffee warm. So you pour hot coffee in this, but it'll make sure that according to whatever temperature you've chosen on your phone, because it comes with an app that you get to choose what temperature you like your drink at, it will always keep it at that temperature for you, okay? That temperature varies for everyone because we all don't have, you know, the same preference in temperature. But that's what the mug was designed to do. I did try to pour cold coffee in here and wait for it to heat up. It took an eternity for it to heat up my coffee to 145, which was like the highest setting. It was faster to just heat up my coffee in a mug and then just pour it in here so that it could stay warm as long as I wanted it to stay warm, then have to wait for this to heat up the drink. So I think that this mug is designed for a very specific audience. One that likes to babysit their coffee, one that doesn't drink heavy amounts of coffee. Now, they also have the traveler tumbler of this version of the mug, which has like a lid and it's larger. So if you're the type of person that does drink more coffee, you may like the travel version, because the travel version I think has a battery life of 4 hours and it does hold a lot more coffee. And it has like a digital screen where you can like adjust the temperature to whatever you want, and it'll say like hello and like your name and stuff like that. So yes, this is just for someone who really just drinks maybe 1 or 2 cups of coffee, babysits their coffee, very leisurely drinker. This is for you. Now, all is not lost, because if you are a person that drinks 3, 4, 5 cups of coffee, the solution is very simple. If you work in an office, you can bring your coaster and plug it in to any wall jack and hook this up on your desk and put it on its coaster. I mean, I use a coaster with my coffee mugs, so really using a coaster kind of makes sense. When the mug is filled with liquid on the coaster, it will not charge the mug. It'll only make sure that it keeps your drink cold. So the moment, if you've lost battery, the moment you remove your drink from the coaster, it's gonna stop heating your coffee. So you can keep it on the coaster if it's run out of battery, just to keep your drink hot, okay? Now, back to what I was saying was, if you keep the coaster on your desk and this is fully charged and you're drinking your coffee and you set it down on the mug and you turn around and you just keep working and you just keep coming back and forth to it, your battery life is gonna last a really long time because it's sitting on that coaster. So you're not letting it kind of use all of its battery life, if you know what I mean. I hope that I'm making sense in this video. So that is a very easy solution to, you know, you wanting to drink your coffee out of a mug and you want to drink more and you want it to last longer, just keep the coaster on your desk and work that way. In my house, I'm having to use a dining room table as my office because we don't have any other space like in the house for that. And so I don't have the luxury of having this coaster on the dining room table with all of my stuff because it doesn't fit. I barely fit right now with the stuff that I have. So I keep this coaster on the windowsill in the kitchen, and that's where my mug sits and it'll charge or whatnot. But it works for me because I don't take more than an hour to drink my coffee. And I probably on average drink just 1 cup to 1.5 cups. 2 cups is if like I really need that extra caffeine and I didn't get a good night's sleep, then I'll drink 2 cups of coffee, but that's not the norm for me. Overall, for my lifestyle and the way that I like to drink my coffee, the way that I like to enjoy my drinks, this is a good purchase for me. Because I don't drink heavy amounts of coffee and I don't also take, you know, like an eternity to drink it either. So it's not like if you really think about it, 1 hour is a long time for one drink. Like, let's think about that for a moment. It is. So I mean, if you take longer, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying this is probably not going to be the mug for you. So you kind of, before making a purchase and deciding of whether or not you want to purchase this mug, you need to ask yourself a couple questions. How many cups of coffee do I drink in the morning? That's number 1. And how long do I take to drink it? And then you can ask yourself if those questions are more than 2 an hour, or I take more than an hour to drink my coffee, do I have the option of keeping the coaster on my desk in my workspace? Because if you do, then the point is moot, in my opinion. Because you could just keep it on there and your coffee will stay warm all day long if you wanted to, really. Because it'll never lose its battery. It's always on the coaster. Another little thing that I forgot to mention was you have to clean this immediately after use. And the reason I say that is because this is designed to keep your drink hot. And if you let coffee sit in here, it will not only get sticky, but the mug is still hot. The bottom of this is still hot. So it'll get kind of crusty. And it hasn't happened, but I'm afraid that over time that will wear on the paint or whatever they use, whatever coating they use to get this color on the mug, you know? So immediately go ahead and wash it. I dry it and I put it on my coaster. So you don't have the luxury of kind of just leaving it there until the next day to wash, because you need the mug to charge. If it's not charging, then you can't use it. So if you own this mug already and you absolutely love it, or you don't, leave me a comment down below. I hope that this review was helpful. Am I gonna keep this mug? I am, because it fits my needs. And the days that I didn't use it because I forgot, I really felt it. I really regretted not using it because I was constantly running back and forth from the microwave to the, you know, my office, which is like, you know, the dining room table, or to the couch, because I'm not a person that I don't drink my hot beverages quickly. And so it is what it is. But yes, I definitely will be keeping this mug now. I highly encourage you to wait for this mug to go on sale. Get it at a good price, because they're constantly going on sale, and I would hate for you to pay full price for a mug that will be on sale like in a week, you know? If you were to ask me, Isabel, would you pay $129 for this mug? No, I would not, because the first time I saw, even with all the features, even though I like it, I don't think that this mug is worth $129. I think that $129 is very steep for the fact that it has so many features it needs to improve. okay? So what I paid for it was, I think was like $89 or something like that. I think that is a good price point for this mug. That's just my personal opinion. Don't want to offend anybody, but yes, I will be keeping this. I highly encourage you to watch out for a sale. I got mine on Bloomingdale's and they're constantly running sales, so keep your eye out. Thank you so much for watching and see you next time. Bye.